Being a cop is sometimes a dirty job. Not this dirty. D'Angelo shook his head a little, and a touch of a smile hinted at the corners of his mouth. Would you like to tell me about it? Laz wasn't stupid. He knew good and well that what that meant was, do you want to tell me, or do you want me to find out another way, and then we'll have this conversation again at another time? Not that he wouldn't put off a conversation with D'Angelo. It was just that there was no point in putting it off. They were in this together. There was a pretty big evil something out there, and if the lot of them wanted to defeat that evil something, they needed to work as a team. As much as Laz might not like it, that meant sticking together and being honest with each other. For 12 of them, that's what it meant anyway. For one of them, of course, that meant absolutely nothing, because he was the traitor. Laz took a slow, even breath and turned away from D'Angelo to approach the window. He'd had 2 showers since the last time he'd apprehended someone on the streets of Boston, but he hadn't so much apprehended him as slaughtered him. And of course the Vampire King could scent the blood on him anyway. You vampire types sorely try my patience, Laz admitted, his voice barely more than a whisper. It was odd on 2 levels for him to say such a thing. For one, his patience didn't normally feel so tired, and for another, this wasn't the way he spoke, not usually. It felt like someone had suddenly injected his grammar with a dose of blue blood. Maybe D'Angelo was getting to him. The Vampire King was older than dirt. D'Angelo fell silent, as if letting that settle in, and Laz admittedly felt a little guilty for having said it, but the guilt passed very quickly, which was also strange for Laz. After a bit, he could hear D'Angelo take a few quiet steps toward another window. Beyond these floor-to-ceiling windows of the 52nd floor of the John Hancock Tower, technically known as the Clarendon or 200 Clarendon, was the city of Boston, the Charles River, and Cambridge beyond it. It was early morning in late spring, and fog rolled in off the water to disappear in the streets and alleys that wrapped around Boston's metal architectural monuments. The other buildings' windows glittered like diamonds in reflected beams of rising sunlight. He had a clear view of the sci-fi architecture of 111 Huntington, and the Boston Public Library between it and the John Hancock. The Charles River below split Boston from Cambridge and its Harvard treasure, and offered more glittering diamonds to the view above. Laz could see now why the Vampire King had chosen this particular room, in this building, in this town, and at this time for their meeting. The windows faced west, and the room was blocked from the direct rays of the rising sun, while still allowing in daylight. Not that D'Angelo wasn't plenty protected from the sun and its dangers at this point, being the seasoned warlock he was, but that didn't mean he was fond of it. "Is there something you aren't telling me?" the Vampire King finally asked.